Hi, my name is Oscar Diaz, and this is my story about strategic conversations. My company provides IT services, and one of the things that we found, and I found every single day, every time they're dealing with clients, is having those difficult conversations. And sometimes when you don't have those conversations on time, then it becomes problematic later down the road. So I always go through a situation like this, and then I think it was valuable to basically talk about how to deal with those situations essentially. And I put some a couple of examples in my chapter. One of the things with technology is that technology always evolves. There are always new things every year, every month, especially nowadays, and as a result, costs increased every year. So then I had an example on the chapter about a client that was basically run into a problem. Was a new client. They underinvest for so many years. And then we onboarded the client and we started having conversation about budgets. And the question came, is going to technology keep increasing every year in terms of cost? So I couldn't say no in order to keep it happy. But the reality is I have to tell them the truth that no, yes, it's going to increase every year. And then as such, you have to account for it. So that was a difficult conversation at the time, but it was worth it because then we gained the trust of our client as a trusted advisor. Yeah, when you have these conversations sometimes are tricky, right? Because the consultant is in the position whether to actually head on the conversation or just basically play the card that a lot of people play, which is the client is always right. So, and then in that situation is that, well, we know the client is not right. So that's the reason you're the trusted advisor, you're the expert, and then that's your job to actually guide your client through situation. In this case, in technology, that's basically what we do. And the reward on that is that once you do it and you do it confident, looking after the best interests of your clients, you gain trust. And once you gain trust, then improve the relationship. They listen to you. They can understand where you're coming from, and you can understand as well they're coming from. So that's the main reward you get out of it. So I wrote this chapter for two audiences mainly. So one is the consultants, I would say my peers, and also clients. And when it comes to consultants, is that for them to understand that it's important when dealing with a difficult situation, it's better to just do it as soon as possible. Because the more you wait, the more problematic it's going to become later down the road. And then especially your client can come back to you saying, okay, why you didn't tell me this before, right? And you wait so long. So then it's very important to deal with those difficult conversations as soon as they arise. And with clients as well, just to understand when their consultants, the people they're working with, they come with those conversations is that for a reason. And they're looking after the best interests instead of seeing as a way for that is not right or it's not in their best interest, is looking at approach to those conversations in a way, okay, this person is trying to help me, is telling me the hard truth, and he's trying to get me out of any potential problem. Well, it was an amazing experience. So I have read his book several times, Never Split the Difference, and even I bought several copies for friends and family. And yeah, I don't know how many times I've read that book, and I have a few lines that I like about the book, and also a lot of things about the strategic and all the tools that he provides in terms of negotiation. But it was an amazing experience. Chris is a very amazing person. He has a lot of knowledge, and it was really incredible working with him. And having this opportunity, yeah, so probably the way I saw it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Yeah, so there are several things that I learned from the book, obviously. So negotiation techniques and how to listen as well is very key. But the one that is very important and actually very difficult to actually apply is silence. When you are in a conversation, it's very difficult to have a conversation with someone. You just basically drop a silence sign because it's very uncomfortable for any human being. So, but that's very, very powerful at the moment when you're in the conversation or in the middle of negotiation. It's better when facing a difficult situation that obviously is going to translate in a difficult conversation, it's better to head on and just to deal with that as soon as possible. Because as I said, if you wait, the longer you wait for dealing with difficult conversation, the more problematic we become, and it's inevitable. You will deal with that at some point. So it's better to do it on your terms under a controlled environment that you can control, actually, that then all the sudden happen and then there is no way for you to escape from it. Well, so my company, TechBound Technology, provide IT services and cybersecurity services. And the thing is that providing this type of services are very complex. And not just for the technology itself, it's because there are obviously technology involved, there are a lot of vendors, a lot of moving parts to keep running at the same time in order to be able to allow our customers to do business. For that reason, it's very important to find a really good partner that have a really good expertise on this. In our case, we have people that have worked in the enterprise environment and bring all the knowledge for the enterprise to the small, the SMB companies, which is very, very important. And as well, from a cybersecurity perspective, our team is very capable, our partners are very capable. And actually, we had the opportunity to, last year, to deal with a cybersecurity incident, one of the biggest in the telecom history of South America. And we were able to deal with that very successfully. And that's expertise that we bring to our clients. So, and the very important here as well is that we strive for to build trust. And trust is built sometimes with obviously with honesty, and sometimes with difficult conversations. So, well, my chapter is about difficult conversations. So, my company provides IT services, and part of the things that we do, obviously, we sell technology and help our customers to manage technology, but we sell trust essentially. So we need to make sure that our customers trust us in order for be able to provide advice. And in order to get trust, you have to have difficult conversations. And sometimes they come with clients, they ask why things are the way they are, why their technology is working. Or sometimes when we see our clients, when they're dealing with situations they have been, for example, investing in technology for a lot of years, and we came in and then we say, okay, you know what, you have to bump up your budget. That's a difficult conversation to have with any client. I'm Oscar Diaz, and this is my story about strategic conversations.